my God. So yeah, you zipped through that. What was the hardest thing about it?
What was that zip through? I mean, maybe it looked that way from TV.
Well,
but
it did look like it.
It felt. It is the. Let me tell you, that $100,000 is the hardest money I have ever earned. I've never worked that hard for any money in my life, and I think the hardest part for me was maybe going from a place where I was like. In New York City, everyone like respects me as like I was like the big talk of the town.
Yeah.
I was a big fish in a big city.
Yeah.
And then I got to RuPaul's Drag Race, and in New York City, people really celebrate you for what you do well, but they don't really care about what you can't do.
Yeah.
Like if you, Sherry Vine writes funny parodies. No one's like, but Sherry, you're not dancing. Why aren't you dancing,
Right.
Sherry Vine? No one asks you that
Sherry,
question.
did you make that costume or have it made for you?
Exactly. That's not how New York City is. But Drag Race is like, why can't Kim Chi dance? I'm like, because Kim Chi never said she could dance.
Right.
Why isn't Bob a brilliant makeup artist? Well, I never said I was a brilliant makeup artist. I said I was funny and I'm a good actor and I'm entertaining. And Kim Chi said she's a great makeup artist and she's a great visionary. But there's something about RuPaul's Drag Race and the fandom and the girls on the show, like they really focus on what you don't do super well.
And so that was a little bit tough.
Yeah,
Trying to get that magnifying glass on you.
Yeah, being called ugly. I was like the not the ugly, like just going on like she's not wearing any makeup. Like all the girls on the show, like, are you even wearing makeup? I'm like, yes.
Are you even wearing makeup? Because I remember you had talked before the show in a couple of interviews about when I first started, I had a couple of years of very ratchet looks, makeup that wasn't working. And so you probably were like, well, I fixed that. Now
I was like, well, look who's slaying the game today.
For RuPaul's Drag Race.
And then Reddit was like, gross, why is Harambe on my screen?
Right.
He was the gorilla. You know what? I'm not going to waste any more of my brilliant material if you guys are going to keep up with me.
Oh my God. Lady Red, are you loving this?
Yes, I see the comments now. I love it. Laid his life down. There's a great picture of this gorilla, and there's like this little girl going up to the glass, touching it, and the gorilla's flicking her off. And it says, get the fuck out of here before you get me shot. That is my favorite thing I've said. Get the fuck out of here before you get me shot, bitch.
Oh, so what was we just had Pride in New York, and that must have been an amazing experience. Were you there?
I was at the kickoff on Friday.
Yeah.
I've lived in New York City for 8 years now. This was my first time not being at a Pride since I've lived there.
Wow.
Oh, during the parade anyway.
Right.
And I got to do the kickoff with one of the most brilliant artists I've ever met in person, Todrick Hall.
Yes.
Let me tell you right now, you should clap for Todrick Hall.
Let's do it. And you just did track with them. I really like it. The wrong bitch.
Exactly. Todrick Hall, I call him Boyonce. He is the boy Beyonce girl.
He's certainly giving you Beyonce with that Straight Outta Oz.
Honey,
it's
he
really
did a
great.
whole visual album.
Yes, he did.
Like his life story set to the theme of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, genius.
He spared no expense. He is so professional.
I know he got a lion and a real animal.
There's like a monkey hopping around.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And he has Nicole Scherzinger. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Scherzinger.
He has Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
He has Amber Riley. He has Kimchi, Laganja Estranja, Willem, Mariah Balenciaga. He has Bob the Drag Queen.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got Bob the Drag Queen to do it. She must be so busy.
She's desperate.
Exactly. But the fact that he got fucking Amber Riley and Nicole and like it was just. And Perez Hilton, if you have not watched it, go watch it. It's really
amazing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and your guys' track is really, really good.
I also love Expensive.
Yeah, they're all really great.
There are no duds in this fucking.
Yeah, he slayed that. And let's talk about when you found out you were the winner and that moment in New York. Because that's got to be, because we all know you had your final acting challenge at the finale where you had to pretend to win. Sure. Now, what was that like?
Well, I mean,
what's the preparation? Because it's one after another. Everyone has to pretend to win. Yeah. So that the secret doesn't get out.
Well, I went to school for acting.
Yes, you did.
So I was like, this is my moment. I learned to hold your hand to your heart and do this. That looks genuine. But we were in New York City, me, Naomi, and Kimchi sitting on a couch, and of course there's a camera pointing right at us, and I'm ugly crying. I mean, I
think you did fall to your knees.
I fell down
and then bowed to them.
I did. I was all a blur girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really, because when you win, there's a lot of emotions you go through at once. It's like joy. There's also a weird thing of guilt. You feel guilty that you won because you're sitting with two people who didn't win and are being filmed not winning.
Yeah.
And then but you don't want to seem boastful, but you want to seem appreciative. It's like a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's
and then
really
they push you right out on stage.
Yeah, and then they just like one foot in the back.
Do it, accept your crown. And then what was that like? Where was that?
That was at Stage 48 in New York City. And Violet Chachki and Shangela crowned me. By the way, Shangela is 2 feet tall.
She's a little one. Yeah.
2 actual feet tall. I thought she was going to be in the episode with Little Women LA. She is like. She was like walking around. Anyway, they crowned us, and they crowned me, and they gave me this big check, which I wanted to take to the bank and be like, can I just like try to put it
that would be amazing.
in the ATM? Like, it won't. And it was great. Violet pinned the crown on my head, and she was like, "Good luck, girl. Good luck."
Good luck, girl. Did you know her very well?
I mean, we were both from Atlanta. We both met before we were on RuPaul's Drag Race, and we know each other. Like, we're not like best Judies or anything, but we know each other. Yeah, we're acquaintances.
Okay.
We're both ATL girls.
She didn't whisper in your ear, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch."
Yeah, she was like, "This is your demise." Then she pulls the pig's blood and falls on my head. I'm like, "No! Lock the doors."
I like it. So basically, then your dreams have all come true. You've finally been able to do everything that you want. Tour. You starting your new. You funded your stand-up movie, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I have a.
Yes.
I have I had a fundraiser for my stand-up comedy special / documentary, mostly stand-up special with documentary style in there. It is called A Queen for the People.
Yes, honey.
And it is it's me. My stand-up is no drag numbers. Full on, because I am a legit stand-up comedian. Like, I'm a stand-up comic, which a lot of people don't know about me. But that is like my bread and butter. What I do, I am a stand-up comedian. And you can't really be you can't call yourself a big comedian if you don't have either like a comedy album or a stand-up special. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna claim yourself to be a big dog, you got to get a big bone. You know what I mean?
Honey.
So I'm trying to do it. And
you have all that Barracuda training. I mean, I think that's an important thing to talk about. Is the reason why you're able to do so many of those things is not only did you went to school for acting, right?
Yes.
You went to acting school, but then you got that practical experience that doesn't just happen by putting on a look and stepping out on stage.
Yeah, let me tell you, Barracuda is the training ground for drag queens. It is Jackie B calls it a drag queen obstacle course. Like, you go on stage, your mic not be working, your mic might not work,
right.
the screen might fall down. There's a drunk guy in the front row who's like, "You're not funny." And I'm like, "You're not even alive. You're barely living at this point." But yeah, and making drunk gays laugh is way harder than making straight people. Straight people will laugh at anything.
Yeah, because they're like, "You're dressed like a woman. That's amazing."
Exactly. You're like, and like, look at me go.
Yes.
But gay people, you gotta be like,
they're still sitting there like
fire breathing.
Good enough, Bob.
Because every single queer thinks he's funnier than you.
Oh,
every queer
they should be up there.
"I'm funnier than you are," and I'm like, "Well, then get your you don't just because you wrote a BuzzFeed article doesn't mean you're fucking funny." And that's what the thing, because everyone's got a BuzzFeed, like 10 things you won't believe Miley Cyrus did. And I'm like, I believe all those things, first of all. There's always a BuzzFeed, like, I always love that you won't believe. There was one I saw that said, a man hiked to the top of a mountain in China. You won't believe what he found when he got to the top of the mountain. It was a tea hut. And I was like, it's China. I totally believe that.
I believe that.
If there would have been a fucking Quiznos, I'd have been like, what? There's a Quiznos? I can't believe that.
So you would be at Barracuda once a week. Plus, you did a bunch of other shows, right? You were doing.
I'll give you my whole schedule.
Yeah, give me your old school schedule.
My busy old school grinding, because I quit my job as a real estate agent.
Was that what you were doing beforehand in New York?
Yeah, I was acting. I was doing real estate, and I was bartending. I was waiting tables. I did children's theater. I did it all, girl.
Right.
Thank you. Yes,
They love children's theater.
I love kids. Let me tell you right now, I love kids. I want to do a show with like a full drag show with kids. I want to like a fairy drag mother. I'll figure it out. Right. Patent pending.
Patent pending.
But I did, Monday nights at Hardware at 8 o'clock, sometimes 9 o'clock. And then I would leave Hardware and I go Sunday nights at the Monster in the West Village.
Yes.
And then I would do Monday nights at Barracuda, Tuesday nights at Industry, Wednesday nights at Therapy, and then I do Thursdays at Boots and Saddle.
Oh, damn, Boots and Saddle.
Booze and Sadness, girl. I do
Booze and Sadness.
I would do Thursday nights at Boots and Saddle, and then I would leave Boots and Saddle and do Thursday nights at Industry for Queen, and then you know this. New York City doesn't really hire drag queens on Fridays and Saturdays.
Right.
But I was always trying to hustle and get a gig and do someone's fantasy or go do a bar mitzvah or bippity boppity and boop.
Yeah.
So that was that was like 6-7 shows a week, and in 5 days, by the way.
Exactly.
So yeah.
You were literally like that old video that's like, I'm a busy drag queen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm busy.
Who was that? Rail Latre or?
No, it wasn't Ray Latre, but whoever it was, shout out to you, busy drag queen.
I am busy.
I am busy.
I'm gonna powder my face so I don't
Pat.
look like I am gonna sweat my ass off. Sweating like a hoe on a hot day, or like
You need a Whitney Houston sweat rag, like
exactly,
me.
girl. I was thinking sweating like a hoe on a hot day, or like Latrice on just a normal day. She's sweaty. I'm not saying anything shady. She's
here.
A sweaty person. Everything's not shade, guys. And then I say really shady shit. I'm like, why? Well, all I said was she's a horrible person and deserves to die. Why, guys?
Why?
I actually love Latrice. I want me and Latrice to do a tour called Before and After.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
I could. Let's sell out. Sell out. When you were doing Barracuda, that really no one's gonna ever come for you. Like no hecklers, nobody else, because you learn how to shut that down when you're there.
Wait, let me tell you.
There's videos of you shutting them down brilliantly.
There's a video of me body slamming a patron at Hardware.
Yes.
It's on my Instagram. I body slammed this guy because he touched me. And I was like, don't fucking touch me, first of all.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to, if a black woman says, first of all, just leave. No black woman's ever been like, first of all, I love your shoes. It's always like, first of all, then they go all. This guy fucking touched me and I was like, this is it. Now I gotta make an example out of you, girl. Otherwise, everyone's gonna think they can fucking touch me.
Right, and they cannot.
So, and I body slammed him. I think he hit his head. He was bleeding. He may have died. I didn't check.
Wow.
I didn't check. He might still be there. Just don't look back. It's like an exploding car in a movie. Just walk and don't look back, girl.
Don't look back.
I want to do that. We should do like an exploding. Have you ever done that? No.
An exploding car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what I do? I take my old cars when I'm done with them, tell Erica to get a gasoline, Lady Red to get the matches. What should we do with this car? Donate it to public radio? No. Let's light a match, explode, walk away. Don't look back.
Don't you do cars for kids?
No.
Fuck kids.
Let's just blow that shit up, Bob.
That just sounds like fun to blow up a car and walk away, but don't look back.
Oh, I mean, that's good. That's something Kitten with a Whip would do.
Oh, absolutely. That's my original drag name. My slave name was Kitten
with a Whip. Yeah. And did anyone, A, understand the reference? And B, did you actually carry the whip around with you all the time?
Well, when I first started drag, I carried a whip everywhere. And I had a few, but I kept leaving them in cabs, and I had real whips. They were
expensive.
And they were very.
And were you good with whips?
I guess I'm still good with a whip. If you had a bull whip here today, I would show you some.
Damn, I should have gotten a whip. Somebody's fired for not having a whip.
Exactly. But then, it is an old Anne Margaret movie called Kitten with a Whip. Yeah. And it's a reference to like a woman who looks mousy, but she's really ferocious. Mm-hmm, yeah. And no one ever got it.
They didn't get it. Okay.
Catherine. Kate, what? And I was like, no, Kate.
No.
And I changed my name to something and you could hear it no matter what. If you're in a loud, crowded bar, Bob is Bob. No one thinks. One guy thought my name was Mom. Mom the drag queen.
Mom the drag queen.
Your name's Mom? I'm like, yeah. My name's Mom the Drag Queen.
It's a tribute to Mom's Me.
Exactly. I was like, bitch, you get out of here.
So eventually you were like, enough. Bob is it.
Bob is
Because there was a night, right, when someone was breaking it down with you. Like, what's your name? Kate?
Yeah.
So-and-so?
When it
What?
was, this guy, he goes, it was karaoke at Access Lounge.
Okay.
Doesn't even exist anymore. You know you live in New York City too long. We were like, there used to be a nightclub where this Starbucks is.
Oh, yes.
I used to
I
stand
know.
right when you're drinking your Frappuccino and I stuck $1 in a young go-go man's anus.
Yep.
But I was at Access Lounge and I was like doing my thing and I was like, give it up for this guy. He goes, give it up for your hostess. What's your name again? I said, Kitten with a Whip. He goes, Kate? I said, yeah, because that's a drag queen name. Kate. Hey guys, I'm Kate the drag queen. And then I kept making, I'm like, I'm Kim the drag queen. And then I was like, I'm Bob the drag queen. I was like, that's kind of funny. I think I might keep that.
That was an Oprah light bulb moment.
Girl, Super Soul Sunday, bitch. I was like, let's make it happen.
Did you have to call everyone and be like, it's not Kitten with the Whip anymore, okay, guys? It's Bob. Bob.
Well, I changed it on Facebook, and everyone was like, this is the worst name ever. And I was like, I know. Isn't it great? It's a name you never forget. I used to have the best drag name ever until I didn't meet her, but I came across on Instagram a queen named Karen from Finance.
Yes, that's an amazing name.
That is, I will gladly take second seat to the name Karen from Finance. That is a great drag name.
Shout out to Karen from Finance. We love your name around here. Were you Kitten with a Whip when you worked at Lucky Chang's, America's #1 drag restaurant?
When I started at Lucky Chang's, I was Kitten with a Whip, and then I transitioned into Bob the Drag Queen.
I mean, I just love that you've had all these New York grime experiences before you were able to just trip the light fantastic as the winner of Drag Race, because that makes me feel like you've earned it.
I've worked the real drag life.
Yeah.
Like I worked at Lucky Chang's with Laverne Cox.
Yes.
And Thorgy Thor.
Yep.
I mean, tons of other amazing
Explain
queens.
to the children who are like, Lucky who with what?
Lucky
what
Chang's
that is, because it's
was a
something very specific.
Lucky Chang's was a restaurant where you could go and get sushi, drag entertainment, and your dick sucked in the bathroom. It's like a rite of passage for drag queens. You go and work for a buffalo nickel.
Yep.
And then you get tipped by these bitches from New Jersey who are like, oh, you're wearing a dress. They say stuff like, oh my God, you're prettier than me. And I'm like, I look like Wesley Snipes in 212. I am not prettier than you. You're just so amazing. How are your legs so long? I'm like, I'm 6'2". Do you want to be a 6'2", 210-pound man, girl? Or do you want to be a dainty 5'1" blonde white woman? You get to choose.
Right. You said something very funny about Lucky Chang's, about how I was built. Do you remember that?
What did I say?
You said something about bricks building Lucky Chang.
Wait, what did I say? You don't know, a brick is a term for a drag queen who just doesn't look very good. And let me tell you right now, Lucky Chang's, we were not known for being the prettiest.
It's not known for the beauty or elegance, really.
Let me say, girl, there were a lot of fucking bricks that went into building Lucky Chang's, girl. Those were some ugly drag queens, rough. I was the pretty one. I was the fucking Naomi Smalls of Lucky Chang's, girl. I was like, you ready for me? Check your lipstick before you come for me.
So you, Laverne Cox, Thorgy, all back in the day together there.
Yeah, girl, I'm trying to see who else worked there. Madeline Hatter, Laverne Cox, Thorgy Thor, fucking Jackie Beat way before I was there.
I mean, all the... Erica, did you ever work there?
I never did.
You never did.
No, but I was there a lot. Lila used to bartend there.
Yeah.
Girl, that bitch will get me fucked up at that bar.
Yeah, she pours a heavy cocktail, girl.
Yeah.
I love her. She's got her fucking tits.
Oh, she's got the boobs, yeah.
Yeah,
They look
amazing.
great.
Check out her tits. Check out my friend's tits.
Lady Red, if you had worked in New York, you would have liked Lucky Chang's.
You would have
cleaned up.
Honestly, you would have been so, because you can sing, and you're 99 feet tall.
Yes, 99 feet tall, exactly.
And they would have fucking, and you're like loud and brash, they would have fucking loved you, Lucky Chang's.
But they only serve sushi, right?
Well, they serve beef.
Okay, then I'll go.
Now, you started drag inspired by Drag Race. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I was like in New York City. I had just moved to New York City, and I was like flipping through the channels, and I saw that RuPaul had a show on my TiVo. Because I would like go way in advance and scroll up and down. And I was like, RuPaul has a show. So I would TiVo it, and then I came home. I've seen every episode of Drag Race in real time. And if I didn't watch it, I maybe went home and TiVo that night, but I never went more than a day without knowing what happened on the show.
Right.
And I was like, this show is so good. And I was Team BB Zahara because I saw myself in her. Like BB was a reflection of me on screen, and I was like, wow, she's so confident, she's so gorgeous. I hope she wins, and of course she did win. I also love all the guys: Nina Flowers, Rebecca Glasscock, who's become my friend, Tammy Brown, who was a certified Looney Tune. I love her.
Tammy Brown, who made such an impression on so little amount of TV, yet it's still so popular today.
She's like the Cynthia Lee Fontaine of her. Like Cynthia Lee has been on 3 episodes, and everyone cuckoo, choo. But yeah, I was inspired by RuPaul's Drag Race. I fucking love that show, and I was like, I could do this. I want to try it. So I bought a makeup kit from Ben Nye online that they shipped to my house. Started practicing, and then I would go out no matter how I looked. Like 3 competitions a week. I do peppermint with Barracuda, peppermint at Therapy, Tina Burner at Excess Lounge. Just trying to build my skills up. This was like that's the real training ground for a drag queen.
Yeah.
Going out for free, not getting paid, going out at cost.
Right.
Not just free at cost, trying to turn the fucking party, girl.
And buying wigs that only look like your mom's hair.
Exactly. Oh, that is
that was your old trick, right?
I will wear a fucking daytime judge wig. Bianca calls it my Judge Hatchet.
Yeah.
My Judge Maybelline Ephraim wig. My drag is legit someone's aunt drag. Like I'm the aunt that always has candy in her purse. She's like, it's not candy, these are cough drops. I'm like, eat it.
Hey.